What is up, guys? So it is Tuesday. I never know the day. It's October 20th, and oh my gosh, so I have a different. He's hungry. That's the topic. So Lewis just said that. So actually, the topic should be I'm hangry because, so I'll tell you really quick. As you know, if you're first time joining the show is about everything. So it's not just gaming, it's anything you guys want to talk about. And I'm using a different format today because I'm downstairs in the arcade, but so I can highlight people's comments down here. So instead of having the chat going, I can highlight comments. So definitely throw in questions and whatever you want to talk about. But Kim and I, we got married. Obviously, you guys know that. And then we got back from the wedding and we started eating everything in sight. And yeah, I don't know, I gained a bunch of weight. We were both feeling like crap, and we were out and about the other day, and there was like this new juice place that opened up, and they offer these cleanses, these like 2-day juice cleanses. So they give you like 12 juices, and you could drink 6 of them in a day. And yesterday was my first day, so I'm low energy right now. I'm completely like I can't have coffee apparently. So I'm not that happy right now. I'm not gonna lie. So there is no topic today, actually. I was kind of hoping that I have some things I'd like to talk about, but I was kind of hoping that you guys would, offer some of your feelings, things you want to talk about, and I can put those in the chat. So, hey Bob, how's it going? All right. And he said, I'm not getting enough juice. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I need coffee to live too, Lewis. So tomorrow I'll be back to regular coffee, so it's pretty cool. But yes. So hey, I was kind of thinking. I don't talk about this that much, but I buy a lot of stuff that I don't highlight on the show a lot, and sometimes those things are I'm totally obsessed with cheap China brand stuff, and that's why I was so intrigued by Arcade One Up actually releasing that little console because it's all the same stuff, guys. Let's not oh yeah, that is awesome actually, Hasso. I forgot about that. I did tweet about that the Pinball FX Williams Volume 6 is out today, which is really cool. So definitely check that out. It should be on Steam. But I get obsessed with all this China stuff, and I'll tell you why. The reason why is that I love to just see what they're gonna do, like what they're gonna put on the device next. So Pandora's boxes is where I started a while ago. I bought like one of the first Pandora's boxes, not the first one, but you know what I'm saying, like the first model they came out with. And even though I know the emulation is terrible, I it has gotten better over the years, and now they sell all sorts of random stuff. Like for instance, like this kind of stuff. Like this is literally it's called the Extreme Mini Game Box, right? And if you look at it, I mean, they sell a lot of junkety stuff, but China doesn't care about copyrights and and things like that. So it's like a controller that looks like an NES controller with two turbo buttons, and then there's a oh, I don't think, oh yeah, I have it in here, and it's just a dongle. So this was originally the design that Arcade One Up was going to come up with for one of those devices, right? It was just one of these guys, and I get obsessed with how would it play? Would it play well? Like, would the controller be good? And I have closets filled with stuff like this, and so when I saw that Arcade One Up was making one, even though there's not that much to get excited about. I got excited because I wanted to check it out. Is it going to be good? You know, is it even going to be playable? And the thing is, a lot of these aren't playable. They have like bad emulation and stuff like that. Believe it or not, the emulation on that little arcade one up thing isn't bad. It's the controller that's really bad. But the controller isn't as bad as other people would lead you to believe. At least if you didn't get a broken one. So I've seen some out there, and they're definitely broken. I have 3 of them, and all 3 of them are the same quality. So but that's what you mean. That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of stuff is hit or miss. I've gotten Pandora's boxes that are totally messed up. The quality control and that kind of stuff isn't exactly amazing. But just so you know, I mean, maybe they're not going to tell you this, but those things are just it's literally one company in China making these, or not one company, a bunch of manufacturers in China making these under different brand names. And I'm sure Arcade One Up just went to one and said, "Hey, we want one. This is Arcade One Up," and they gave them their UI as far as like the front end interface, and that's it. Like that's all that went. And the other thing that's kind of interesting is I don't think anybody realizes it that they don't create any of their own products. I hope you guys realize that. Like, they don't design anything. I mean, they might generally have an idea of what they want from a specification standpoint, but someone else is always building it. Like when someone says, "We love the Code Mystics cabs," it's because Code Mystics did it, right? And so they work with a couple other vendors to produce their cabinets. Now, I wish they worked with Code Mystics for their Namco stuff because that's been problematic, right? So whoever the vendor is, I don't know if that's the vendor to blame. Like they're not checking the audio levels and whatever. So, anyways, I didn't really expect to talk about that, but I did want to talk about these mini things because I know they're not good, right? Like no one buys this going, this is going to be the best retro gaming experience, but they're kind of fun to play with. I'm just obsessed with technology in general, so I enjoy. Do any of you guys buy this stuff, or is it just you just watch me buy the crap and because that's what connected me, to be honest, with Wicked Gamer and Collector. So he was someone that him and I had became friends just because we had moved a couple of or not moved, we had talked a little bit online, and he loves this stuff too. So no, I'm not drinking coffee through a straw. I'm drinking water, which really sucks. But all right, so Ben said, "What happened to the Atari Fight Stick?" If you guys are watching the show, I did that. I live vicariously through you. Thanks, Lewis. So Ben, sorry, I'm a little quiet today because Kim's sleeping. So I'm downstairs, but I'm trying to be a little respectful of the fact that she's sleeping. What happened with the Atari Fight Stick missing brain? So actually, I got lazy and I didn't follow up with them, but I did look through my pile of stuff, and I did have a Retro Pi, or not Retro Pi, sorry, Raspberry Pi 3B. Or no, it wasn't a 3B, it was a 4. It was like one of the first 4s that I bought. I only have 2 of them. And this one I actually loaded with that image called Tits McGee. So yeah, that was only because it was there weren't that many 32 gig images. And come to find out, one of the interesting things about that image is it had a whole trackball section. So I was able to, so believe it or not, it was actually a really good image for what I needed it for, despite the name. But yeah, and then I don't know. It was really, I don't know why it's called Tits McGee, but that's what it's called. So sorry for any of those kids out there that are watching. I hope not. But yeah, that is the name of it. I'm sorry. It's just what it's called. So Michael Suna says, "Love watching you tinker." I actually wish I wish I could tinker more, to be honest. Like I was contemplating going back to my some of my old formats of some of my old videos. Like I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I used to go really long on videos. Like I would just sit there and talk and I would explain things. And but I would do it in a longer format, not short form. I mean, you could argue that my live streams are long format, but this was really long format for produced, and most of my videos were like 20 minutes long, but I was really getting deep into something. So let me see what Viking Mop says something. He says, "I emulate Ralph's life on a Raspberry Pi that I've been kicking around." So okay, I don't RIP. Is that supposed to be Raspberry Pi? But maybe 3? I don't know. I think I'm confused, but Viking Mop, I appreciate the comment, but I'm confused on that one. Someone says more modding. I love that name. I'm sure, assuming she's referring to Tits McGee. Ralph, please do some of your old things. I miss those episodes. Yeah, Chef Dave, it's tough because it's a money thing, man. It's a money space thing. So, I got, even though that's what I started the channel on, was doing a lot of this like advanced, or, not maybe not advanced, but modding with arcade hardware and stuff like that. I do want to bring back a lot of the original arcade hardware stuff. I have about 25 thumbnails for videos I haven't made. It'd be almost fun to go through that list of thumbnails, but like I have them all on my computer. It'd be interesting to go through them and see which videos you guys would want me to actually make. But all right, let's see. Beet juice is used by triathletes. Kim will love you more if you drink it. Yeah. Hey, do you want to know something crazy? I know this is stupid to talk about on the show because it has nothing to do with gaming whatsoever. But beet juice, did you know? And I could be wrong, but I know I thought I read this somewhere. So fact check me. But I think if you drink raw beet juice straight, you can temporarily paralyze your vocal cords. I think that's a real thing. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to Google it right now. So beet juice, vocal cords. So I guess if you really don't like someone, you could just all right. So concentrated beet juice has been known to cause temporary paralysis of vocal cords. This is caused by tightening vocal cords, which could cause a temporary change in your voice to a hoarse one, difficulty swallowing or coughing, although the effect is temporary and causes no harm. So, hey, if you really don't like someone and you're like, dude, you need to shut up. Hey, man. Or no, you don't say that. You're like, hey, bro, you want to drink some beet juice real quick with me? Like, I'm totally into it. And his has beet juice or hers has beet juice and yours has like, some like water with red dye. And then they're all, yeah, it'd be awesome, right? I mean, so anyways, if you really don't like anyone, do that. How to Bachelor used to drink beet juice like crazy. So, anyways, what do you guys want to talk about today? Because there was so much this week, right? We had John on the One Up Weekly, and he was spouting out a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was surprised. I feel like even though it's not fake news, I don't think it's fake news, but he was spouting out so much stuff. I'm like, holy crap! That he was giving out, he was giving out an updated. He was saying there was going to be some sort of like updated cabinet 12-in-1 kind of Atari thing. He talked about the racing cab, right? Which he still didn't confirm, but it's confirmed, guys. Let's talk about that. I mean, that's really confirmed. My biggest concern with them doing a racing cab is right. I own a lot of original arcades, so I'm wondering, are they going to do the wheel right? So they did the wheel. They did the flight yoke right. I mean, a lot of people that are really into the Atari flight yoke, the original Atari flight yoke, will use the one up one and say it's actually decent. I mean, it's made of plastic, it's not metal, but it is pretty good. And it can take a beating and still work pretty well. So it's one of those like I don't know. I struggle with are they going to make a good wheel? I was kind of hoping they might partner with someone like Logitech, who already makes a great wheel, but I think that would be too expensive for them to do. I mean, are you guys concerned about the wheel? The wheel needs to be good. If the wheel's not good, the thing's gonna suck. So I'm sure it's not gonna suck, but I'm starting to think it's a Sega cabinet. The last Sega cabinet they did with Code Mystics, right? So the Golden Axe they did with Code Mystics. So if they do this one with Code Mystics, I'm gonna be real hopeful for the emulation will be spot on. But it's the controls, man. The controls need to be good. And I think that's going to be the toughest part that they have to overcome because I don't think it's going to be easy to get a steering wheel correct at the price point that they're trying to make. Steve B said John D melted some brains on Sunday. I think he did too. It was crazy. It was crazy how many things that he brought up and talked about. Someone in the chat was saying they'd like to see an afterburner. I would too, but it's weird. How many of you guys? I'm curious. How many of you guys in the chat he mentioned that whole thing, that 2 year, one of the most interesting comments that he made was the 2 year vision thing for Arcade One Up. And he said he sees them being sort of the king of retro games in your man cave kind of thing. But he also said about even potentially developing commercial grade products. So that's interesting. 'Cause it's a completely different thing. And right now you've got companies like, and I haven't really covered this on the channel because I just feel like it's out of reach for a lot of people when it comes to cost. But Ice is making their dome hockey, and a couple other machines like a basketball machine, and a bunch of things. But they're going to be like upwards of $3,000, $2,000, $3,000 to $5,000. That's really expensive for a lot of people. So it's interesting. Excuse me. They're trying to go from the top down, right? Like their main bread and butter was selling to big arcades, companies like Dave and Buster's and things like that. So they're trying to come from the top down, and Arcade One Up's trying to come from the bottom up. And I know there's gonna be lots of jokes there. There's definitely jokes that you can make there, but they're bottom up, top down. One I'd argue is probably starving right now for money a bit, or not doing the best for money because they're selling to these arcades, which right now no one's going to. So places like Dave and Buster's, I'm sure are open. I don't know. I haven't checked. I don't really feel that comfortable going there yet. But so will that work for them? Will a company that's used to selling commercial stuff be able to bring their stuff down to a budget range that makes sense, but keep the quality? And will someone that's known for not the best quality at a good price be able to make something that's of high quality and lower price, a reasonable price? I don't know. I don't know. It's to me interesting. I mean, imagine a world where someone's recreating a commercial grade cabinet, except it has an LCD in it and not a CRT. There are companies that do that, by the way. There's one here locally in Phoenix. They make literally replica arcade games. They come in more commercial grade cabinets. Some of them even have, faux coin doors. Like the coin doors there, it's just non-operational. And yeah, they have LCDs in them. It's not my favorite thing in the world because I love being able to game on an original CRT. It's the best experience you could possibly have. But I understand over time, I don't think there might be one CRT manufacturer still left in existence. So I mean, that's all but dead. It's on crazy life support, right? But the idea of them making commercial cabinets, and that's a whole different ball game, guys. You can't make a commercial cabinet out of the materials they use now. Or if they do, they got to like make it thicker material. Like that front J panel can't be that cardboardy stuff. And then the front kick plate can't be that either. It has to be something that can take a beating. I mean, I could literally, it'd be really funny, a video to do, and it wouldn't even bother my cabinet. I could probably run across the room and jump kick my Street Fighter, and it probably wouldn't even move. It might move a little bit. I'd end up on the ground. These things were built like tanks. I mean, 1/2 inch wood, like everything is just, or sorry, 1 inch wood. Everything is just really, really, really well made. And it's made to take a beating. They're heavy as hell though. Like the Terminator 2 is probably like it's like 400 something pounds. My Atomic Wave cabinet, I think it was a good, like, I want to say it's 300 or so. Everything's like really heavy. And so it's heavy, but at the same, and it stood the test of time. I mean, think about it. These machines, some of them are 20 plus years old and they're actually fine. Like a lot of them, the wood is fine. It's unaffected. I mean, maybe it's been dinged up, but that's it. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. So I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking there, but they have lofty goals. And I think when you're a startup company like they are, Tastemakers isn't a startup company, but Arcade One Up is a startup within Tastemakers. When you're a startup, you have to stay hungry and you have to innovate. If you don't innovate, people will catch up to you. And so if I'm looking at it from a pure business standpoint, I think they're looking at their landscape. They're kind of nonchalant about it, but I'm sure they're looking at games and they're looking at Toy Shock and they're looking at IA Arcade and they're looking at Unico and they're trying to figure out which one, what can we do next to kind of keep what you want to do is you want to keep building a runway between, or building some distance between you and your closest competitor, right? I'd argue right now they don't really have a close competitor. They don't really have it because they've sold so many cabinets, but it's a different business model too. But that business model has drove a lot more money for them, right? A lot more revenue. So they're at this point where it's like probably the closest one is probably at games, but it's still really far away from them. I was a little disappointed, I think, when they said they wouldn't build a multicade. I think they probably should. I think they probably should build a multicade. The Infinity Arcade or something. I just don't know if it's something where they don't believe, the business. I mean, here, look, I don't work there. I don't have like insights into their finances, but maybe as they see it, they can still release individual cabinets for the foreseeable future. And that would be more lucrative for them. So that's why. I don't know. Just thinking. So bedroom Beef ovens, I guess. Unico Fun R1 thoughts now that you've had time to sit with it. It's really cool, but I'm feeling like it got released with. So if you guys didn't see it, there's another product by Unico. It's called the Fun R1. It's a fight stick, and it's got mostly the same Neo Geo lineup as the MVSX. My only problem with it right now is that it doesn't look like they've updated the firmware yet, so it's still running beta. I didn't plug it in this week yet. I usually plug it in every week, play it a little bit, hit the firmware update, see if there's any updates. But you're supposed to be able to load games. Now, the interesting thing about that is that the board inside is a little JAMA board. So I was kind of thinking as a fun mod project, I was going to take it out of the Unico Fun R1 and put it in like an arcade cabinet. The only problem is that JAMA is not traditional JAMA. So outside of the front pinouts, it does not send video signals, just the back via HDMI. So that would be harder to hook it up to like a CRT. But anyways, I was thinking about playing with that and doing something with that. But I'm definitely going to do a video on the Fun R1 on how to upgrade it. So I was going to put some better buttons in it, better joystick in it and just show you guys how easy it is to do. And the reason why I thought that would be a fun video is because that process would probably be almost identical, if not very similar to how you do it on the Neo Geo MVSX if you're interested in that product. So, all right. So William says arcade one up first with Polaroid, now Atari Pong. Wait, you're talking? This is a different company that makes the Atari Pong. I think you're talking about this thing. Hold on, I think you're talking about this. My buddy George has one of these, and he promised me he'd make a video of it like 18 years ago because he was part of the Kickstarter. But yeah, he never did. So if he's in here, dude, please, you told me a long time ago. It'd be so awesome if you would. But I think you're talking about this thing, right? This Atari Pong table. This is by a different company. This thing's expensive as hell. I have seen this before. It's really cool, but dude, it's like crazy, crazy expensive. So I don't know if this is what you were referring to when you said Atari Pong table. I mean, although it's really neat, it's just, dude, $4,000. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, that's rich guy territory. So that's like, hey, I'm loaded and I want Atari Pong. By the way, you're probably wondering why in Arizona I'm wearing a jacket. I'm freezing, and it's probably because all I've been doing is eating juice or drinking juice. So I want the Atari Pong so bad. Yeah, Natalie, it is cool. No doubt. It's very, very cool. I've seen videos of it because my buddy George does have one. He's a good friend of mine. He said he was in the chat here earlier, so I don't know. But he loves it. I would be curious to talk to someone. I should have him call in. If he's around, he should call in and talk about it. It'd be really cool. Just because he says that he says that he uses it and likes it, but I don't know. It might be one of those things where he spent $4,000 on it, and he didn't spend $4,000 on it, by the way. He did the Kickstarter or the Indiegogo for it. So, yeah, everyone's saying not 4K cool. Exactly. Just a cool piece to have in the room. Yeah, it'd be cool, but imagine like a coffee table for $4,000. Like, yeah, that coffee table better do more than play Pong, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so maybe they can add Pong to Infinity Table. Good point. Maybe they could. That'd be kind of interesting. Not sure I can spend that kind of money. I know. That's crazy. Ralph doesn't like, hey, Garage Gamer, I do not like Star Wars. I just like the original Star Wars, and then it kind of got squirrely for me. I don't know. I just didn't keep up with it. I guess for me, it was like done. And for everyone else, it was like, I need more. It'd be like for me, I want more Back to the Future. That would have been like my movie. It just wasn't Star Wars. I don't know. Or I want more Terminator, even though we know how that went. I don't know what the hell. Like, talk about a franchise. Like, talk about a franchise that is messed up so bad. Like, Terminator 2 was like the reference action movie of our time, and then they turned it into just a bunch of crap movies after that. I didn't really like any of them, and I'm just thinking, like, actually, there was one thing. Did anybody watch the Terminator TV show? So there was the TV show, which had a glimmer of hope at times, but then they canceled it, I think. Yeah, Sarah Connor Chronicles. That was pretty good. It was good, and then they freaking dumped it. So anything cool Terminator, they totally dissed. It's just weird. It's just like, it bugs me that you could take a series that was so damn good. Like, it was so good, and they screwed it up. But Sarah Connor Chronicles was pretty good, and then it got canceled, and I got super depressed. I think by the Sarah Connor Chronicles, let's see what time. I'm pretty sure I was a single dude living in my apartment somewhere watching that. And then after I got depressed, like I got depressed as if like a family member died or a dog or something I beloved. So, yeah, I get weird. I haven't invested in TV shows in a long time. Like ones that like, Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I loved Game of Thrones. I didn't see the last one yet, actually, by the way. I still haven't seen it. I loved Breaking Bad. But when Breaking Bad was over, I was so emotionally connected to the characters that I was like, it was like someone died. It's weird. Like these shows are so well written nowadays that you feel like you know the characters so well. And when it was no longer there, I like lost my mind for a little while. Like I was literally depressed, 100% depressed when Breaking Bad was over. I was like, dude, so do you guys feel like that when you watch shows like that? Are there shows where you finish watching something and you feel like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? I was so invested in those characters and now they're gone. Like there's a show. I don't know if you guys ever watched this. I know we're not talking about anything but shows right now. There's a show that I loved. I got really connected to. It was weird though. It was a little bit weird. Did you guys ever? And some people don't like him as a comedian, so maybe you wouldn't like him. But Aziz Ansari was in a show called Masters of None. On here's the show right here. I'll pull it up. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was a show that I watched that I really liked and I got really into it. And they only did 2 seasons and they never did another one. It's goofy. Like it's really goofy and weird. And it's about, a lot of it is about it has his real Indian parents in it. And it just has like the goofy stuff that the cultural elements of being, an Indian American and your parents are from India. It was just really interesting. It was really funny. There's a lot of really funny moments. I loved it, and I was really bummed out when it was off air because I don't think they're going to renew it. There's a lot of shows like that, and I don't know. It's just weird. But yes, How to Bachelor, dude. I've definitely made notice of this before, but he served in the military. Thank you, buddy. Definitely appreciate your service. I'll say that till I'm not breathing anymore. I really do appreciate that, and so does everyone else. So, all right, Atari One Up just partnered with Atari for Pong Junior. Oh, did I miss something? Where did I miss that? Hold on, what are you guys talking about? Pong Junior. Oh, Atari announced his new Pong Junior device an hour ago. So why didn't you guys tell me that in the beginning? But that's not. Is that with our? Oh my gosh! Why don't you guys tell me this in the beginning of the show? Now, right now, it's all. It's like 100 YouTube videos on it right now. Okay, well, I see this picture, but I don't know. It's not a whole lot. It looks like a handheld, but it's not a handheld. Retro arcade Pong device. Man, they're just building everything. There's a trailer for it. Do you guys want to see the trailer? I literally didn't even know about this. Let me know if you guys want to see the trailer and we can watch the trailer. Actually, we'll watch the trailer. How about that? How about we're just going to watch the trailer? You don't have no say. No, I'm just kidding. You do. All right. Let's see it. Let's do the trailer for this thing and see how it looks. I have no idea. Never seen this before. Let me see if I can get it so it just shows the video. I'm not as good as Justin is with sharing things on. See, like, I have all this crap right here. I think I have to hit that. There we go. All right, ready? Let's do it. Let's see if it's any good. Is it a handheld? Man, like clubbing early in the morning, huh? Yeah. You like juice? I like juice. You like food? I like food. But I like juice better. I like juice better. And I love Pong. My Pong on my tabletop. Pong. What the hell is it? Is it a handheld or not? It's a mini Pong 2. Whoa, Atari. So cool. Whoa, that's crazy. All right. I don't know. That's definitely not a coffee table, that's for sure. It looks like a handheld to me. Yeah, it's a handheld. So remember they just came out with that little, hold on. They just came out with a handheld. I wonder if it's, I guess that's kind of cool. Play with AI or friends. It's got a lithium ion battery. I'm in. Lightweight and compact? Yes. Perfect for home office and on the go? Hell yeah. USB powered? Oh my gosh. That's earth shattering. And by the way, it has 10 levels of AI settings. And it's 7.9 inches. That would have been a good catch the first time we watched it. All right. I mean, I'll buy it because I buy everything. So yeah, I'll buy it. I'm in. Are you guys in? It looks like they are partnered with Arcade One Up, actually. Hold on. So it says Atari is teaming up with Eunice and Arcade One Up. So go figure. I don't understand. Like, they're partnering with everyone right now. I can't keep up. I can't keep up anymore. Can you imagine, like, if I made a video every time there's any piece of news? Like, John D said this. John D said that. Oh my gosh, is this? Infinity table. There's, like, so much stuff. It's out of control. It's out of control. So 7.9 inches, boys. and ladies, 7.9 inches. Sounds good to me. All right, Lewis says he wants it. How to Bachelor's like, what is this thing again? Oh, Atari Pong table. That sounds pretty cool. What is it? Oh, it's not a table? Oh, it's 7.9 inches? I don't care. I'm in. Doom, 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 doom. I'm in. Let's see. I'll do his version of what he's doing on his end. Let's see. See if I can find the tab again. I love that they use this kind of music and this kind of stuff too. All right, let's go. What happened? Why is this little dog here? What does that dog have to do with anything? All right, ready? Let's do it. Oh man, all action back in a portable size? Play with AI or friends? No way. Lithium rechargeable ion? Are you kidding me? You gotta check this out. Lightweight and compact size? I love Atari. Perfect for home or office and on the go. Yeah, man. I love it. USB powered. Are you serious? Oh, yeah, Atari. I love Pong. 10 levels of AI. Yeah, I love Pong. 7.9 inches. I got 7.9 inches. I love Pong. Ooh, Atari. Mini Pong Jr. Buy it today. Atari. Yeah. We got to make it badass at the end. Make it transform into stuff. Can you do that, marketing department? Yeah, anyways. All right. Well, that's my version of the commercial. Hopefully that gets reused somewhere else. Just as a, if I was them, I'd be like, that's the ad we needed. We needed that ad. I was trying to go for more of like a Jersey Shore. Like if Pauly D was watching it, he'd be like, oh my God. Hey man, I was about to he doesn't even talk like that. I don't even know. Glenn's gonna lose his mind. He's already pre-ordered 25 of them. He's wrapping 24 and then the 25th one he'll use. Wait, YouTube is muted. What are you talking about? Was it really? Do I need to do it again? Do I need to do it one more time? I'll do it one more time if I have to. Was it really no, don't do it again. Was there really no music during that? Because it would kind of be pointless if there was no music. We'll just do it again, just because I like doing stuff twice. All right, so let's see. Share screen. Oh, I don't think I hit the share audio. Oh, all right. Okay, we'll do it again then, because you need the audio. Because otherwise it doesn't make sense. I was kind of trying to go to the audio. Yeah. Ooh, Atari. All retro action back in a portable size. Yeah. Play with friends over AI. I love Atari. I love Pong. Lithium ion rechargeable battery. Lightweight and compact. Perfect for the home or the office. On the go. USB powered. Yeah. It's got USB for you and me. 10 levels of AI settings. Yeah. 7.9 inches. Ooh. Love Atari. So stupid. Atari. This is totally different vibe. Hey guys, at the end, make it transform into something because Transformers are cool. Yeah, all right, anyways. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so what do you guys think about that? I didn't have any coffee, actually. Cursed existence. I didn't have any coffee, so no, it played with music. You guys are messing with me now, because otherwise I'm going to feel like a total dope. All right. Anyways. Okay, I don't really know what else to say. What time are we running into? We're running about 30 minutes long. 30 minutes into it. So it did play the music. Yeah, probably played the music both times. Everyone just likes messing with me, right? So this is news, right? I mean, I like Pong. It looks like it's more the updated version of Pong that's on the table, which is kind of cool. I just think it's kind of weird. Like, I guess John didn't want to mention this during the show. I guess it's like a bigger piece of news, but Shaq News broke it this morning, I guess. Yeah, it just says exclusive Atari announces new mini Pong Jr. device with Arcade wound up in a company called Unis. Maybe the company Unis is making the software. I'm not really sure. It's weird. I don't know. I would get it. But when's it coming out? Let's see. Available soon online. The Atari Pong Jr. is a perfect gift for the Atari fan and the collector, experiencing simple yet challenging gameplay. Man, I'm so out of breath from that little dance thing. That little dance number. Whew. Okay. I gotta catch my breath, guys. All right, come up with some earth-shattering questions or something, because I can talk forever. I can keep talking for a long time, but I wish I was upstairs because I wish I was upstairs because I have. Oh wait, what did Derek say? Arcade One Up needs to stop and focus on getting one line in their house in order first, then work on new stuff. Yeah, I mean, they're diversifying like a mofo, that's for sure. Stringer Film says Shack hands are too big to play that. Thanks for the super chat. Is that your hands? Are you saying you have Shack hands or what? Vic Vicious, Ralph, we've had Darkstalkers head to head forever. Where's the 3/4 scale cab? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to do a separate cabinet of that. I think it's always going to be a compilation for Darkstalkers. Unfortunately, it's a bummer, but this is a good question. Well, first, there's two questions. Ralph, why the jacket? Because I'm freezing. I'm freezing because probably I haven't eaten any solid food for almost 36 hours. So that's probably why. And then Judah Bubba says, Ralph, do you play any VR games? Yes, I do. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'll be back right in a second. So I started with a development kit for the Oculus Rift a while ago. And then I had, I don't know, like the production Oculus. And then I even bought one of these for a while. Yeah, I know it's Arizona. I'm freezing cold in my house with the air conditioning on. So I bought an Oculus Go a long time ago. And I enjoyed that. It was fun. It was easy to get other people into virtual reality. And then I just bought the Oculus Quest 2. I put away my Oculus Rift. I got my Oculus Quest 2 in this little guy. This case, by the way, is really cool, but it has some quirks to it. So I'll open it up really quick. See, it's got you have to do that though. It doesn't come like that. You have to actually cut out the foam to put that stuff in. So it doesn't just come nice like this. So that was very nerve wracking for me, because if you mess up, then you have a big, open gap in your foam. But yeah, I'm excited about VR. I'm going to do more of it on the channel. It's something that I've done a long time. I even have this whole, just in pure fashion, right? The stuff, you guys know I'm crazy. I've got this bin upstairs that's got all of the virtual reality. Remember the early VR headsets where you'd slide your phone in? I have a ton of those. But yeah, no, I'm loving the Quest 2. It is totally worth it. Adam says he got his. Judah said he got his. It looks like someone else said they were waiting for theirs. The chat just went crazy. So there's tons of games on the Quest. So there's lots of some of them still feel like preview games and stuff like that. But, I got to say lately, I haven't really been moving around, and I definitely haven't exercised in a really long time, but Beat Saber is really fun. It's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. I would kind of define Beat Saber as Guitar Hero-esque, except instead of a guitar, you have sabers and you're kind of, or it's kind of like Fruit Ninja too. It's like Fruit Ninja meets Guitar Hero in virtual reality. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but anyways, how is your Quest on stream? It's question on stream. Someone asked that. So Ben, thanks for the super chat. So to stream your Quest is kind of difficult because there's a couple ways you can do it. So how I'm currently doing it is I have a Chromecast Ultra, I think it was what it is. I have a Chromecast Ultra, and why the Chromecast Ultra is it has a Ethernet port. So I plug that thing into my router. So what I do is you can cast your VR headset to something. For some reason, just because Facebook owns it, they made it so you can only stream to Facebook, which I think is really lame, but you can cast it. So I'm casting it to a Chromecast Ultra, which is plugged into a capture card. and that'll get me the video. So I haven't tried it yet live to see if it works well. And then I have a separate mic that's capturing my audio, but the game audio is coming over the Chromecast. It's not perfect, but it works fairly well. So we'll check. I'll do some streams so you guys can see. It's not bad, and it's all directly wired in, and then my Wi-Fi router that I'm connecting to for the Chromecast stuff is like it's right there. So it plays pretty well. I would have liked it if they had a micro HDMI or something like that. That would have been awesome. So there's someone that JJ said he's disappointed John didn't talk about their quality control and customer service failures. We wanted to keep the show about the products coming because we just knew that would go into a like a rabbit hole really quick, and it's not to avoid the topic. It's just there was so much to talk about, and we felt like that would consume too much time. Just like we didn't talk about Infinity Table really because we thought that would consume too much time. Plus, I'm not into board games. Like it's just not my thing. So for me, it's like there's I don't know. I'm selective as to what I cover too, because I'm not into that. So like, I wouldn't be that passionate talking about the Infinity Table because I don't really play board games on a regular basis. So it's not anything against people that play board games. That's awesome. I do enjoy them when I play them, but it's not like this huge passion of mine. So I decided not to cover the product. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I find it a little interesting that people cover things that they're not necessarily, that it's like they're covering it because they cover arcades, but it's kind of like a separate product to me that if just because someone loves arcades doesn't naturally mean they love board games. I don't know. It doesn't mean they don't, but it doesn't mean they do either. Just like people that love board games aren't like, I love arcades too. So they're diversifying into all these different avenues and different products. Some people are going to love and some they're not. So, all right. Jeff Rainwater says that new Atari control panel that was missing the pie, does that work on your Super Retrocade console? If so, what about making an arcade out of those? You could make an arcade out of a Super Retrocade because it does support a couple of different USB encoders. So it does. There's been people actually that have done it. There's been people that have made an arcade out of it. I can't remember. I don't know. This is way back. It's probably about a year and a half ago. There was someone on one of the forums somewhere that did do that. I don't know if I would make an arcade out of it. It's a cool little console. I mean, if you wanted, I would do it because it'd be cool to do for video and show people you can. But there's better avenues, right? If you're gonna do that, just do a Pi, right? If you're gonna do that, because like the Pi 4 is gonna be way more powerful than that. Now the benefit of the Super Retrocade is that it makes emulation really easy because all the emulator cores are already preloaded. So you just really add your ROMs and go. That's all you do. So it is really easy. All right. Can you play Pictionary on the Infinity Table? I have no idea. I don't know. All right. Hopefully the Golden Axe will come out at $399 price point in retail. I saw the $499 on the website. John mentioned it was going retail. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be $400 or it's going to be $499 at retail, unfortunately. So I would have liked a little bit more of a heads up on that because honestly, I had it in and out of my cart so many times that had I known this was going to be a first run only and that's it, and they were going to sell out so quick, I probably would have picked it up. That is one cabinet I'm like really kicking myself for not picking up because I had it in my cart, I had it off my cart, I moved it like a million times, and the Golden Axe cabinet is really cool for the biggest reason for me is that good luck trying to find a Golden Axe Death Adder arcade cabinet, and they never really was released on consoles. So the only other way you really could play it, you could play it under emulation, sure. But I think it's really cool to be able to play it in an arcade form since it didn't exist after that. All right, Natalie said, do you have any plans on getting any other arcade cabs? Yes, I do. I want a stand-up racing cabinet, and I'm trying to find either a Sega Virtua Racing stand-up, which is really hard to find, but I found two here, and I missed out on both of them. One of them is because I couldn't go pick it up that day. So I'm definitely looking for a stand-up racer, either Virtua Racing or like maybe Cruising USA or something like that, stand up. That would be really cool. But I want to stand up just because I can't put a racing cabinet in here. It's too big. It would take up too much space. I have two of them in my storage unit, but I think I'm just going to end up selling those, unfortunately, or keeping them for when I open an arcade that I'm never going to open. Wicked Gamer and Collector, what's up, my friend, my brother from another mother? How are you? I miss you, buddy. All right, we got Scott says, hopefully no more 4.99 for Attack from Mars, especially if it's a website exclusive. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're saying hopefully it's no more than 4.99. I'm not sure, man. We still don't have that information. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Konami Jurassic Park is the next shooter. I have no idea if that's the case, but hey, that'd be cool if it was. Stand up to drive space issues, Ralph. Yes, I don't mind stand up racers. It's weird. I feel like there's like this religious thing about stand up racers. I don't mind stand up racers. Maybe because the arcade I grew up in had a lot of stand up racers. I don't know. I think even the Outrun, my arcade had two Outruns. One, I think you got inside, if I remember correctly, and the other one you stood up. I don't have any problem with standing up with racers. So, Greg says I should totally open up my own arcade. I would love that. I would love that, but it's not feasible at this point in time, which really sucks because it would be cool. It's just right now, like people don't feel that comfortable going to arcades. They're starting to. It's unfortunate, man, because arcades are starting to make a comeback, and then COVID happened. It's like, oh man, arcades are really making a comeback. Barcades are making a comeback, or barcades were kind of taking over, but there were still some arcades opening too. There's actually an arcade, a kids arcade that just opened over here, which I want to go check out because I'm sure it's all like redemption, you know, games and stuff like that, but I still want to see what they have there. The other thing too is here in Arizona around my area, I feel like there's a property management company that runs a lot of the facilities around here, and they charge way too much for rent. And a lot of these small businesses, they go in and they close like within a year because they can't afford the rent. It's crazy. They'll keep upping the rent. I think the company's called Red, but they just like totally jack with people's rents. And so a lot of these companies don't survive. It sucks. So it just seems like around my general area, there isn't like a great location to open one up, even if I wanted to. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe one day we'll make that dream a reality. We'll see. All right, really good to hear John D say that OneUp is ramping up sales in the UK. I'm waiting to get the Star Wars cab. Yeah, you're probably in the same boat as Wicked Gamer and Collector. He can't really get. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. He's in the Netherlands, and it's hard for him to get access to a lot of these cabinets. And when he does, they're really expensive, like really expensive. So if he's in the chat still, he could probably throw in the prices he has to pay. I don't know if you could translate that to US dollars, but he pays a pretty penny for some of these things. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, very sad about Golden Axe situation with OneUp. Yeah, it is. And you know, the other thing that's sad is if you guys watched my stream, if you guys are unaware, there was a game that was being pitched that was called it was a sort of a continuation to Golden Axe, and it was being developed out of Sega Australia. And for the Sega 60th, they released it as a mini game. They just kind of slapped together the first quarter of a level or whatever the playable demo was. I think it was like more of like a quick snippet of the game that was developed to pitch. I'm not really sure because it seems like the story differs from site to site. Some say it was a game that was in development and then they closed down the office, so therefore the game got canceled. But I'm not sure that's the real story or not. But long story short, it was really cool. Like it had a lot of potential, I think. So we'll see what happens with that. It'd be really cool. I think a lot of people played it and were like, "Hey, I'd love to play this." The original developer wasn't very happy about it because obviously that developer lost his job, I think, out of that office. And then 7 years later, he sees it pop up and it's called Golden Axed on Steam. They only had it available for like a little less than 48 hours. So unfortunately, I played it yesterday thinking it was still available and it's not. So I don't know if anybody is a lot smarter than me and can figure out how to get it off of my local. Like, because I believe I have it on my machine. They can't take it from my machine. I just don't know if when you download it off of Steam, if it's there permanently or if it's going to check Steam and say, oh, that game is no longer available because they offered it for free. So if there was some way to package it, I'm sure someone else has already done it. But it's not that it's fun, but it's super short. So it sucks. It's now called Golden X. That's funny, actually. It looked really good. It had total potential. The sounds were good. The graphics were good. They had some interesting new lighting effects in it. It was really cool. All right, so let's see. Steve B says, idea. Propose a project and the money needed. The community would probably foot the bill if you do a live build video, auction it off at the end, the money goes to build the channel or future projects. Wow, that's a very, very ambitious goal. I just don't think I have the time to do that. That's the only problem is like life is so busy right now. I don't know if I could manage a project that big, but it would be awesome. It would be awesome to try to do something like that eventually. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so it was free. How to Bachelor said, was the game free? It was free. It was good to me. It was really fun for what it was. And it was only one, it wasn't even a complete level because it looked like you're getting to the end and there's a guy, there's like a boss sitting in this like throne behind you. And unfortunately, I don't know, maybe I can pull up the video that I did, but he doesn't ever come off the throne. He just laughs at you. And I was so bummed because I'm like, oh man, it was just like this perfect, it would have been the perfect ending to that video or to that game or the playable thing to just have him come off the throne and fight you. And he didn't. He just laughed. It was kind of lame. So, but yeah, but it was super fun. Let me see if I can pull it up. For those of you that didn't see it. If you didn't see it, definitely go see it. But let me see if I can pull it up really quick. And then I got to go soon. We're running up on time, and I got a work call, unfortunately, which does suck. All right, let's see. We're gonna get share screen, share the Chrome tab. Sorry, I'm from a little low energy today. It's like I'm really hurting right now with this no. It's weird to see me twice, but anyway. All right, let's see. It's right.
I think it's kind of.
Let me know if you can't hear the audio. Put a one if you put it, I don't know. Put whatever. Just tell me if you can hear it. All right, here it is.
So aggressive.
Don't you love the kick?
God. Come
So I had a lot of fun with this.
Come on. I know you're a demo, but you want it, don't you? You want this.
You guys probably can't hear the audio, I'm sure. I'm an idiot. Probably didn't put it on.
It's me and you. Let's do it. Come on, you stupid demo.
All right. So anyways, he doesn't come off the throne. That's the dude right here. Hold on, let's see. That's the dude. He doesn't come off. He just chills there, and he's like, whoa. And I want to know what that is that he's got. It looks like he's got a plaque of something. He looks like he's got some sort of something he killed. He decided, I guess he's like, hey, I didn't have time to hang it on the wall. I just wanted to show you my new, I don't know what the hell, why he's got that. But it's kind of weird. Anyways, is it a shield? Oh, maybe it is a shield. You're right. Is it? Yeah, it kind of looks like a picture. It looks like he's like, yeah, man, I killed this. And I went to the taxidermist the other day. I went to Joe Sabo. Fun fact, Joe Sabo does taxidermy. He's like, we can hear the audio. Oh, all right. Oh, it was super loud, I guess. Oh, sorry. So he's like, yeah, I went to the taxidermy. I went to Joe Sabo and I got a full art kit for my MK2. And then, yeah, while I was down there, I killed this wild boar out in the, out here. And I wanted to get him, put on a plaque. So, Joe Sabo did the taxidermy work, put it on here. I may use it as a shield. I'm not really sure. I could just maybe put it on my wall. I don't know, maybe. Well, we'll see. Oh, by the way, I guess I'm part of this demo game. They didn't program me to fight this guy, but I'm super pissed off. I want to. So, do you understand how upsetting it is for me as Code, who's badass with these big muscles and this sword, to sit here and watch this pansy kill all these guys? Because he definitely couldn't kill me, if you know what I mean. But they didn't code me that way, so I'm just gonna do this lame laugh at the end, and then it's gonna end. Thanks, Sega. All right. That's what that guy's thinking. If you were wondering, that's what he's thinking. All right, that's it. It's all we got. Yeah, he does. Joe Sabo, thank you for the super chat, Stringer Films. Joe Sabo does taxidermy and arcade stuff. Who would have thought that? So you could actually get custom Joe Sabo Big Buck Hunter with an actual buck on it. You could. The thing is, I bet he's never done that. That would be pretty epic to say, Joe Sabo, I would like a Big Buck Hunter topper. Well, I don't know how you would. Imagine if someone ordered a topper with a big, with a dead deer on it. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Someone please do that. Someone please do that. Or it would make a great mod video if I'm like, all right, I got the big buck hunter. Like, imagine me being super serious through the whole. Oh, hold on. Derek D says I need to check my stream. Copy and paste this into Google and it will let you install Golden Axe on Steam. What? Seriously? Wait, do I copy and paste that? Are you saying on the computer that I have it on? I don't know, dude. So you know me. You need to be very specific, Derek. You know I'm not that smart. You know that. All right, hold on. I'm doing what Derek said real quick. He sidetracked the whole damn show. Hold on. All right. Oh, it does work. Can I post that here? All right, guys, have at it. This is courtesy of Derek D. Run this. If you have Steam, run that. That's awesome. Do it quick because I'm sure people are gonna find out. It basically does it. It opens up your Steam. Derek, that is awesome. Thanks, man. That's cool. That's cool as hell. That is super cool. So go run that. Grab it off. Grab this. Grab that and do it. That's cool because it's fun. You'll have a good time. You'll have a good time. Derek D is sending you ransomware. Probably. Yeah, he probably is. He would do. No, I don't know if he'd do that. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Misunderstood, but good dude. All right. We're all a bit misunderstood, aren't we? Okay, I have no frills down here. I'm running StreamYard, so I don't have any of my music in here or anything. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. I know I was low energy today. Sorry about that, but this no food thing I'm not handling this well. But I'm gonna try. I have one more day. This is the last day, and that's it. But I appreciate everyone joining. I appreciate the moderators, both Lewis, Chambers, and Had a Bachelor. They're moderating for me, and I really do appreciate them doing that, especially this early in the morning. Early in the morning for me, not early in the morning for them, I don't think. But yeah, thank you again. And we will see you next time. And if you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up on the way out. Consider subscribing. Turn on notifications so you be informed of other videos like this. I do Coffee Talk. It's supposed to be every Monday. I think I might permanently move it to Tuesday. It's 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I have no idea how this show always goes an hour. Makes no sense that it can go an hour, but it did. So that's cool. I appreciate everyone, and I hope everyone has an amazing day. And we found out about an Atari handheld by Arcade One Up. It's crazy. It's crazy. You guys are awesome. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.